Today we're making pesto alla Genovese, which we all love and we commonly call just pesto. And the pesto is a classic dish from Genoa in the region of Liguria. Today we're gonna make it two ways. We're gonna make it the right way and we're gonna make it the quick way. And then we're gonna do a blind tasting to see, is it really worth all the hard work of doing it properly, or is the quick way also okay? And for the ingredients, we got garlic, pine nuts, salt, some Parmigiano Reggiano, the star of our show, the basil, extra virgin olive oil, and we're gonna be serving all of this with some trofie. And a trofie is a kind of pasta that goes absolutely amazing with the pesto. To do it in the right way, you need to have pestle and mortar. And as you will see, it is a labor of love. So we start off with the garlic. We're just making portion for one person, so we don't need much garlic. So we just chop it up real thin. A quarter of the clove is fine, and it goes in. And to this we add a pinch of salt. We put the salt at this point because the salt helps to create a paste. Once you have this thin paste, we're gonna add the pine nuts, a little bit at a time. And you never bang. This movement doesn't exist in the pesto. You just turn. What you're trying to do is that you're trying to squeeze out all the essential oils of the ingredients we're gonna use. The essential oils of garlic, essential oils of the pine nuts, essential oils of the basil. Once we have a paste, we add a little bit more. And once we get this lovely paste, comes the star of the show, the basil. Smells so great. And if you're like me that likes some nerdy facts about cooking, in the original recipes, you would use young basil from Genoa. And Genovese basil is actually protected by the European Union classification of DOP, which basically means that it can only be called Genovese basil if it comes from a specific area in Liguria. So with the basil, few leaves at a time, put it in, and traditionally the pestle and mortar would be made of marble, so that while you do this, it remains nice and cold, and it helps in extracting all the essential oils. Here again, never bang, just delicately turn. If you start banging it, you're still gonna start bruising it and it's gonna become bitter. You press it down and you also turn. And this is why I'm telling you, this is an act of love. And as we continue, you can see starting to form into a little cream, all this lighter green. And as we continue, the green will start to lighten up. And after about 15 minutes, when the basil is turned into nearly a cream, we start adding slowly a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. And we mix. After the Parmigiano, we're gonna add the oil. And if you go to Genoa, they're picky about every specific ingredient. They often use the basil from Pra, which they say is the best basil you can get within the Basil Genovese. Similar thing for the olive oil, where they would use Tajasque olives for the olive oil. We don't have that, we have Lecchino, which will work just fine. With the oil, a little bit at a time, what you're trying to do is to create an emulsion. So you need to make sure the oil is absorbed by our cream. When you see those pesto that just have the oil floating through it, those are industrial pestos. The final product, if we do this correct, it's a dense cream. So the labor of love is done. It took us about 15 minutes. You see it's nice and dense. There's no oil at the bottom. Everything is incorporated and emulsified in the pesto. And to put things into perspective, this is barely a one portion. And it took us 15 minutes and my arm is killing me, my wrist is killing me. So is it really worth it? Let's make the quick version. And the quick version is honestly very quick. A little bit of garlic, just like before. Just chop it up. Goes in. A little spoon of salt. Pine nuts. And we start off with this. And see the difference. We had the paste before, essential oils coming out. Here we have a powder, a little bit different. Our basil go in. Put the lid on. And then we add the olive oil. And remember, when we were doing with pestle and mortar, the whole concept was to try to keep it quite cold. Here with the blades, this will get some heat. So the question is, will it impact flavor? Oh, I nearly forgot. We add our Parmigiano. And I like to grate it beforehand, otherwise it becomes too coarse if I grate it in the mixer. Similarly to before, you blend and then you add oil slowly. Make sure that it gets absorbed. And in this way, within 3 or 4 minutes, we pretty much made a portion for 6-7 people, if not more. So let's compare them. Apart from the taste, which we'll do later, when we put them next to each other, the original way feels a little bit more creamy, it's a lot more dense. If you tip it over, it doesn't fall down. It is made to be like this so you can mix it up with cooking water. This other one feels a little bit more liquid. Even though we were very careful with olive oil, it still feels that it's not emulsified as we would ideally like. It also looks darker, and I guess it's less creamy. It just feels like it's grounded ingredients and olive oil just mixed together instead of emulsified. But then again, to make all of this took me 3 minutes, and just to make this one, it took me about 15 minutes. So this has to taste a lot better to make it worth it. Trofi are nearly ready, so we're just gonna add a little bit of cooking water here, and we give it the final turn. And this will get us to the consistency we need. Look how beautifully creamy. And this only comes out because we're doing it by hand. And we're ready. These are 2 finished products. This one here, by hand. See, it's nice and light and creamy. It does look more appetizing. And this is the one we blended. And you can see the bits and pieces, and you can see that it's been blended. Let's top it up. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And some fresh Parmigiano. Let's start with the blended. Very nice. It does taste like pesto. It tastes like most of the pesto you would buy from the supermarket or from nice delicatessen. You feel the basil, you taste the pine nuts, you taste the garlic. Very nice. Let's see if it's worth the effort. Oh wow. It's really different. Not only is the flavor more delicate and more balanced, is the texture that it's wow, because it feels creamy. It feels smooth to the tongue. That one I feel like it's a little bit, especially when I compare it to this, the basil is more pungent, it's more bitter. Here the basil is very delicate. And if you don't trust me, let me call Ellie. Ellie! Okay, she doesn't want to be seen, so I'm gonna be holding this. Ellie, can you just taste it?
Amazing.
Try the other one? No?
The other one is the best.
I think the verdict is clear. The handmade one, miles better. So if you're doing it for you and your loved one, then definitely by hand. But by hand, I think it's pretty much impossible to do it for 4, 5, 6 people. You're just taking the whole day. So the handmade version for the people you love, and this other version for your everyday pesto craving. So I hope you enjoyed the video, you liked the comparison, and please put a thumbs up. And if you want to join us in the journey to discover dishes from the Italian regions, please subscribe. Buon appetito!